We would like to honor our senior volleyball players tonight and express our appreciation for the impact these young ladies have made on our program at Smoky Valley. You will definitely be missed next year, but we wish you the very best as you embark on new adventures after high school. Our first senior this evening is Abby Rose. Abby is the daughter of Mike and Jennifer Rose. Abby has been playing volleyball for the last 10 years and has received numerous honors, such as the 3A 2020 KBA Player of the Year, the KBA All-State 3A First Team, the 2019 and 2020 CKL All-League First Team, and the 2020 USA Today High School Sports Award. Abby is undecided which college she will attend, but plans to play volleyball next year and major in business. Thank you, Abby. Next senior, Aubrey Boldra. Aubrey is the daughter of Angel and Jason Peters and Brandon and Kelly Boldra. Aubrey has been playing volleyball for the last 10 years and has lettered 3 years. Aubrey was a member of the KBA All-Academic First Team in 2019 and 2020. Aubrey plans to major in accounting and attend Kansas University. Thank you, Aubrey. Our next senior this evening is Avery Vanderweg. Avery is the daughter of Larry and Rebecca Vanderweg. Avery has been playing volleyball for the last 10 years and has lettered 3 years. She was named a member of the KBA All-Academic First Team in 2019 and 2020. Avery plans to attend the University of Kansas and major in biology. Thank you, Avery. Our next senior is Chloe Patrick. Chloe is the daughter of Tracy and Greg Patrick. Chloe has also been playing volleyball for the last 10 years and has lettered 2 years. Chloe was named a member of the KBA All-Academic First Team in 2019 and 2020. Chloe plans to major in nursing and attend Wichita State University next year. Thank you, Chloe. Our next senior is Lainey Haig. Lainey is the daughter of Dustin and Kelly Haig. Lainey has also played volleyball for the last 10 years. Lainey is a 2-year letter winner, and she also received the Kansas State High School Association Academic Award for the last 3 years. Lainey is undecided on which college she will attend, but is interested in pursuing a career in the pediatric medical field. Thank you, Lainey. The next senior is Maddie Toll. Maddie is the daughter of Devin Berzook and Dan Toll. Maddie has played volleyball for 12 years. Maddie was named a member of the Honorable Mention CKL All-League Team in 2020, a member of the top 100 Wichita area volleyball players, a 3-year letter winner, and KBA All-Academic Team for 2 years. Maddie is undecided on which college she will attend, but plans to play softball. Thank you, Maddie. We would also like to recognize our team manager, Caden Kibler. Caden is the son of Chad and Hillary Kibler. This is Caden's first year of helping keep stats for our team, and he has done an excellent job. Caden was recently crowned the Smoky Valley Homecoming King and is a member of NHS. Thank you, Caden. And thank you, seniors, for your commitment to our volleyball program while at Smoky Valley High School.
And welcome back for the nightcap here at Smoky Valley High School Gymnasium. It's Smoky Valley Volleyball tonight. The #1 team in the state in 3A takes on a rival, Hesston, tonight. I'm joined by head softball coach and assistant football coach Chris McClure. Chris, should be a good night of volleyball.
Yeah, Hesston's been traditionally very good, and so hopefully the Vikings will come out. A lot of emotion tonight with it being senior night, but hopefully they'll come out and play like they have all year.
Yeah, the Vikings moved themselves to 26-3 earlier tonight. Hesston moved to 17-11 in the second match of the night. A 3-setter they went to with Pratt. Actually, we're down for a small stretch in the midsection of that match. End up pulling it out 20-25, 25-18, 25-20. The Vikings played earlier tonight, and they defeated Pratt 25-12, 25-14 to move to that 26-3 mark. I know that some of you that joined us earlier tonight know that the Vikings are shooting tonight to get Coach Ramsey her 100th win here at Smoky Valley High School. That's quite an accomplishment and quite a realm. And again, she's had 2 really amazing seasons here these last 2 years, Chris.
Yeah, the girls have played really well the last 2 years. It's nice to see our team be #1 ranked team all season long. You know, they deserve it, how they played last year and this year, and hopefully they can just keep rolling.
Yeah, we made the comment earlier on the first telecast tonight that it's difficult to be the #1 team in the state wire to wire, and so far throughout the season, obviously we're going into regionals here next Saturday. They've done that to this point, even though there have been a couple of teams switch over from 2A and 4A into that 3A realm that were both ranked, but they've continued to hold that #1 ranking. So again, Hesston plays extremely well. They play tough. Coach Peters. I don't know why I was drawing a blank. Coach Peters and I have coached against each other for years and years and years. And so he brings a quality team in every single time they play. And they've got some great players again this year. Again, they've been beset a little bit by some changes and some injuries along the way, but they do bring a good quality squad in here.
Yeah, I was looking at some of the stats and the information he sent, and he always does seem to have a good quality team. He's been at the top of the league for a number of years. Remember when they were playing when you were coaching, and you know they've been good that long.
With some battles, I'm not sure how many of those I won. I'm hoping Coach Ramsey wins a few more of those. But again, it's great to have them here tonight. You want to give us some starting lineups tonight?
Sure. We'll start with the visiting Swathers. So they're starting with 6-foot senior Katie Keeker, a 5'8" junior Anna Humphreys, 5'10" junior Sophia Becker, 5'11" junior Addison Copeland, a 5'4" junior Kylie Nelson, and a 5'8" freshman Kendall Brugan. The Vikings will counter with Adrian Hazelwood, who's a sophomore, 5'8". Hope Duncan, also a sophomore at 5'8". Maddie Toll, one of those seniors recognized tonight, a 5'11" senior. Katja Blanchett, a freshman, 5'11". Aubrey Boldra, a 5'7" senior. And Abby Rose, a 6-foot senior.
Yeah, and a quality group of players for the Vikings again as well. Of course, we mentioned the fact that as we were going through the starting lineups, the Hesston lineups, a lot of younger players playing tonight as well. A number of those juniors and 1 sophomore in there, or 1 freshman in there as well, correct?
Correct.
So again, we're ready for volleyball here. Both teams huddling up, getting ready to roll. You made the comments about a few stats here tonight. For Hesston, Katie Keeker, she's one of their quality players there, number 44 tonight. She has 79 kills this year. She played middle the last 2 years, but she also brought in 34 aces and 39 aces and 34 blocks. Bryn Johnston, she gets some time at DS for them. She had 102 digs coming into the night. Okay, their leading kill person, Kendall Brugan. She is a transfer from Inman who came in this year. She's been doing a nice job, 177 kills for her. And Harley Ferrales. Okay, she is a senior who has literally played 6 rotations for them over her 4 years. She's played in almost every spot for them. She is now going to be the libero here tonight for them. So, and she did a lot of that over the weekend. They had some quality matches over the weekend. They won the Council Grove tournament on Saturday, beat some quality teams in that tournament that are highly ranked teams as well. So it should be a barn burner here tonight. Not exactly sure who won the toss on this one. I didn't pay attention earlier, but you know, again, in volleyball, it's you want to have that. Sometimes you want to be the team that doesn't have the first serve because you want to get first kill, and it always kind of depends. Although, again, when you get a player like we have serving Hazelwood, she does such a nice job. You like to be on the attack as well from the serving position, and Adrian as a sophomore really steps up to that bill.
And it looks like Adrian will be serving first. By the way, they're standing on the court. Hesston has already subbed in there. Libero, which you mentioned earlier, Forellas.
You probably recognize a few of these names from softball as well. I'm assuming a few of them are softball players. So we get the whistle. We're set to play. Hazelwood serves. Forellas picks it up. Humphreys sends it outside, and the hit by Becker is going to be just a little bit long. The junior sends it deep, and the Vikings are the first one on the board. Nice serve opening up by Hazelwood. She sends it to the midsection there again, attacking that libero early. Second serve. Ball shanked, just come off the hands a little awkwardly. Kylie Nelson was there, just couldn't quite bring it. So again, Hazelwood mixing it up a little bit, but also picks up the first ace of the night. Hazelwood for her third serve, sends it back to the middle. Forellas picks it up again. Humphreys sends it to the near side, this time to Keeker. Picked up by Rose. Duncan with the swing, nice up in the back row there by Nelson. A quick over, Hazelwood has to play it. Ball set up outside to Duncan again, and that's going to be in. The assist goes to Rose. Duncan, a little roll shot, finding the open spot just past the 10-foot line on the far side of the floor. And again, Vikings off to a great start here as they jump out 3-0 here in this first set. This one a little bit long by Hazelwood, her fourth serve out of the gate, and so that will get Hesston on the board as they move to 3-1. Forellas subs out now as we move in Addison Copeland, the junior, 5'11", to the front row. Nice serve there, number 44, Katie Keeker sends a nice ace there, and Hesston climbing back in the early stages. Again, we kind of go back and forth. Momentum's such a big thing here in volleyball. Keeker with her next serve, and right off the player in the front row. An unsuspecting Anna Humphreys takes a shot to the back of the head. Okay, and again, one of those you just have to laugh off a little bit, but that'll be point Vikings here. Moves them to 4-2 out of the gate. What do you think about it so far, Chris?
I think I'm having trouble keeping up with the stats. Not used to statting volleyball. It's a lot slower paced statting softball
I'll be honest,
games.
sometimes digs I stay away from. It's too much for one time. Hope Duncan with the serve. Ball played up there by Nelson. Sent outside to Becker. Rose picks it up. Katya Blanchett off the block, and it's down. Kat had a great first match tonight. She really got it going in that second set. This time she sends it right off the double block and out of bounds. Well played by Kat. Duncan up with her second serve. Vikings up 5-2, and she sends it a little bit long. Again, a lot of times you want to be aggressive early. You want to try to send it to the spots you want, make it difficult, make that decision to take place in the back row of whether you play it or you let it go. In this scenario, Hesston really doing a nice job of understanding their role there. Serve here by number 12, Humphreys, picked up in the back row by Duncan. Shot by Maddie Toll. She tried to bring it across. A little slide job there. She went across the backside. She generally starts here in this particular rotation. Hazelwood tried to play it out to her, and she sent it just a little bit long. 5-4 now, Vikings lead. And an ace that time by Humphreys as it rolls just off the hands of Boldra. And now Hesston is pulled back into a tie. So after being down 3-0 out of the gate, they then battle their way back to 5-5. Little roll shot by Toll. Humphreys sends it back right off the hand of the blocker. And it's going to go ahead and hit the antenna on the far side off of Hazelwood. So that's going to be a nice kill there by number 8. That was Addison Copeland. I believe that was Addison. No, number 9. I'm sorry. It was number 9.
Justice Large.
Nice up on the backside. Ball sent out this time to Becker. It's going to be off the block and out of bounds, so it's going to be a point to Hesston on that one. I couldn't quite tell if the ball made it over the tape on the outside, but it was a nice hit by Sophia Becker, the junior, right into the block, and the block goes out of bounds. And now the visitors find themselves up 7-5. Ball played a little tight to the net. It's going to be saved. Oh, Hazelwood not able to save it. They're going to call it a lift on that one. And that's going to lead Coach Ramsey to our first time out now. Vikings now down 8-5. So a heck of a run here by Hesston as they pull back from an early downage here of 3-0. And they are able to come back here and take the lead.
Yeah, we're a little bit out of sync right now. I don't know if it's just the excitement of the senior night or it could just be that Heston's playing pretty well.
Yeah, I think it's that excitement. I think Hesston had to play a really great third set against Pratt, which was a good primer to come in. You know, a lot of times you don't want to be sitting in that second match when it's a really good match because you feel like, especially if the team you have to play ends up winning that third set, they have a lot of momentum coming in.
Yeah, and you get tight sitting. Although these girls, as much as they've played, they should be pretty loose pretty quickly.
Yeah, and you and I both know it's a game of runs. The Vikings are going to get a break here, and they're going to try to start pulling back. Serving again here is number 12, Humphreys. Nice up by Boldra. Going to be a back row attack from Rose. Little roll shot picked up by Ferralis. Ball sent outside again to Becker. Becker plays it right down next to Rose. Between Rose and Duncan, that was a nice shot by Becker. One of the differences between that first match tonight between the Vikings and Pratt and this match tonight is that Heston's got a little bit more ups than Pratt does. They're able to get up over the blocks and make it really difficult. 9-5 now, Hesston. Nice attack, good block there by Large. And Rose from the back row is a little off. And so again, the run continues as they now move to 10-5 against Smoky Valley. And again, playing the net extremely well, making it difficult. Another serve here by Humphrey. She's been back there for a while. Rose plays it up. Hazelwood going to get a quick one right over the middle, and it's going to drop. A nice quick second play there by Hazelwood, able to send the ball right to the 10-foot line, and that finally breaks that run, making it 10-6.
8-0 run.
8-0 run. Great job by Hesston to get back in this match. And that one's going to land right on the line. A great serve, Maddie Toll with the ace, and she makes it now 10-7 as the Vikings start to claw their way back in. Toll for her second serve here. Ball sent to the middle, nice up by the freshman there. Ball sent outside, nice block by Blanchett and Rose. Played up again by Hesston. Ferralis sends it over, Rose plays it, Hazelwood to Rose, and Rose sends it down. She brought it from the middle to the near side, about 2 foot across that 10-foot line, and it's really tough to get up and block Abby Rose when she's on. A 3-0 run now by the Vikings as Toll steps up for her third serve. Nice up by Becker. Going to be a middle hit this time to lefty. Unfortunately, she sends it out for Hesston. That's Addison Copeland, the junior, the left-hander, just a bit wide, and now the Vikings move to a 4-0 run. Toll again, back to serve, sends it deep. Ball's going to be right at the net, played down by Kat Blanchett. Little overplay that time by Bruggen, the freshman, the 5'8 freshman, and right there at the net was Blanchett, and she sends it down, and we're back to knotted at 10. Toll serving down the middle again. Bruggen plays it up. A tough ball to get to for Humphreys. Bruggen's going to try to play it, and it's going to be another point for Smoky Valley. We said it's a game of runs, and right away the Vikings put up 6 straight now to pull back into the lead after trailing 10-5. Toll to serve, and this one she sends a little deep. Again, you pull back close, you want to try to attack again that tough spot at the end, and she went right after it. Chloe Patrick will sub in the back row now. Again, one of those seniors on this Viking squad. She comes in for Toll, defensive specialist. Serving in the back row now here is Becker, the 5'10 junior. Jump serve, sends it right at Patrick. Nice play. Hazelwood to Rose. Rose off the block. Nice pickup over there by Becker. Ferralis from the back row. A little touch. Duncan's going to be tight on that one. And a nice play at the net by Addison Copeland. The junior goes up and just gets a nice little block drop right down on the Viking side. And we're now looking at 12-11. Hesston pulls back on top. Little round serve that time as she swung around the ball. Rose attacks, and a nice attack right off the blocks. She's able to play it down, and that brings us back to a 12-all tie again. Again, first set here tonight, Hesston, Smoky Valley. Hesston wins the second match of the night over Pratt. The Vikings were victorious in the first match of the evening over Pratt as well. into the game here, Vanderweg. She's getting ready to serve. She is the libero for the Vikings. Again, another one of those seniors. Hope Duncan taking some time to tie her shoe. Might want to talk her into Velcro for the next match. And she gets a round of applause from the crowd. Very excited about that. Nice serve there by Vanderweg. Ball played up outside Bruggen. Bruggen sends it down the line, and it is in. That was a nice shot by Bruggen. She's a nice athletic freshman. Again, 5'8". She's lanky. She's got long arms. Good swing here on the ball. She looks like she's going to be a quality volleyball player for Hesston for years to come. Ferrala's back to serve. She sends it deep. Patrick tries to play it up. Duncan with the save. Sent over by Hazelwood. Great hustle. Ferrala's picks it up. Ball hit on the middle and off the Viking block. A nice kill that time in the middle by number 44, Katie Keeker. Great play on the back end by Hope Duncan, able to play that ball up from the deep end. She was a good 5-6 feet behind the line to pick it up. But again, a great play on behalf of Hesston to play back out of that. Serve up, going to be a roll shot here by Rose, and it's a nice shot. It's going to come over just low enough right at Humphreys. She was unable to play it up, and that puts us back to a 14-13 game as the Vikings again close back in. Boldra back to serve now for the Vikings. She sends it right down the middle. Nice play up tight to the net. There's Keeker again, blocked by Rose. Another outside set, this time to Bruggen. A little drop, a nice little shot for Bruggen on the outside as she plays it right over the block of the Vikings, selling the kill first, and then just coming up with a two-hand drop shot right over the top of the block, and that puts Hesston back up 15-13. Back to serve, Nelson, picked up back there by Vanderweg. Pushed Rose out just a little way. It's going to be a tough out-of-system play here. Hesston's going to have to play it over. Number 32 there, Bryn Johnston. Rose in the middle, drives it, and she's going to drop it down right into the block. Ball rolls down on Hesston's side, and again, we tighten this match up. 15-14, Hesston in the lead. Rose back to serve. She had a really strong serving game here in the first match. She serves it right down the middle. Ferrales picks it up. Humphreys in the middle for Keeker. Off the block of Toll. Sent back deep corner by Hazelwood. Nice save back there by Ferrales. Duncan up. She's going to get the kill shot, and it's going to bounce off the volleyball standard. It was a nice up on behalf of Hesston back there. Well played. Duncan had a nice swing. She plays it. Ferrales gets it up. I think they would have been able to play that if it wouldn't have hit the volleyball standard and dropped. Instead, Vikings tie it up at 15. Rose, jump serve, played up by Johnston. It's going to be Ferrales from the back row, and she sends it about a foot long. Moving into the lead now for Smoky Valley. A 3-0 run now puts them up 16-15. Rose again, the jump serve, sends it deep. Johnston to Humphreys. They're going to have to get a play in the back row there by Ferrales. Toll out of the middle and just a little bit wide. She wanted to wash it just a little bit. It looked like she might be trying to send it around the block to the right-hand side. Just kind of got hung up there, and instead it drops, and that'll bring us back to a 16-16 tie. Bruggen, the freshman, back to serve, and she sends one directly in the net. Again, you get a little bit of momentum in a tight game like this. You definitely don't want to play the ball into the net. You want to try to continue the consistency as much as possible because the Vikings have had really strong runs in the latter part of this match. Nice serve by Hazelwood, outside to Becker, and she sends it long. So the Vikings now on a 2-0 run here. And again, 2-0 runs late in the match are difficult as they pull up by 2. It's 18-16. And that'll lead Coach Peters to call timeout here. First timeout of the night for Hesston in an 18-16 match. What are you noticing so far?
I'm very slow at keeping stats. I'm spending more time looking at the sheet trying to write stuff down than I am watching the match.
Get some nice highlights here. Again, thanks to Coach for Mike Rose for all the work that he does on the Smoky Valley streaming network here. Able to get some replays every now and again and go back and forth and check out what we need to see. Hopefully those of you at home on live.smokyvalley.org are getting an opportunity to see this as well. Again, good matchup tonight between the 17-11 Hesston Swathers and the 26-3 Vikings coming in. Again, number 1 ranked in the state, been number 1 since the preseason rankings, and continue continued that ranking throughout the entire season to this point. Hazelwood back to serve again, and she's going to send that serve wide. So a good timeout by Coach Peters, able to break that little mini run of the Vikings here. And, you know, with two quality teams like this, I see us going back and forth here down the stretch. Somebody's going to have to take charge. Nice serve there, picked up in the back row by Haig, and Maddie Toll sends it off the block in the middle. She's going to get the kill. Yet another assist tonight for Hazelwood.
When Maddie winds up, she hits the ball as hard as anybody.
Well, everything's in rhythm. When it's in rhythm, she is smooth. Nice serve there by Duncan, sending Becker all the way out. It's going to have to be a back row. It's actually going to be a free ball by Bruggen. Popped up by Duncan. There's a nice one by Hazelwood. A little tap shot by Kat Blanchett. Outside Becker. And she hits it off the Viking block over there of Toll and Blanchett. And the ball goes out of bounds. And again, we go back and forth here. 19-18 as Hesston pulls back within one.
And this is the rotation we had trouble last time around.
Yeah, they got a nice run early. Did you say 8-0 run, I thought we said?
Yes.
Toll going to do a little roll shot there, forcing them to move over. Still going to get a nice play from Becker here after Ferrales was able to pick it up. Outside, Kat Blanchett, a little drop. Nice play by Kat. Nice save by Hesston. Ferrales sends it back over to Rose. Hazelwood sends it outside to Boldra. Again, a little drop shot. Ferrales going to set it up. This time, Justice Large. Two-hand push over there to Hazelwood. Rose pops it up. Back row attack from Duncan. Nice up by Bruggen. They're going to send it outside to Becker, and she sends it to Rose. Hazelwood, back row attack here to Duncan. Becker pops it up. Beautiful rally here as Large sends it right over the top of the tip block. Hazelwood's going to send it outside to Blanchett. She drives one, and it's in. Decision time in the back row that time for Anna Humphrey. She thought it looked like it was going to be long, and it drops right there in the corner. A nice hit by Kat Blanchett, and a great rally by both teams on that one.
Hopefully that'll be the deciding point of the match.
You look for those momentum swings, and this is one of those. And then you get Maddie Toll back here serving. She had a great serve run as well in this rotation. Picked up by Bruggen, sent outside to Becker, right off the block. You and I shouldn't talk about those runs like that, okay? Both times we've said it, I think they've gotten the break on each of those, one for Hesston and one for Smoky Valley. There was a nice hit out there. Becker's doing a nice job tonight for Smoky Valley, or for Hesston as well. Becker to serve, popped up there by Duncan, tight to Hazelwood. Rose gets on top, and she hits it right down the middle. Near side to the middle, and when Rose is on top of it again, I don't think anybody in the state can block her. She's got nice length, she gets nice height. Hazelwood did a nice job of setting her up as well. That ball drops. She uses the tape. Avery Vanderweg just rolls one right off the top of the tape, and that's going to put the Vikings in front 22-19. Nice little run here by Smoky Valley, and this is those, you know, I know Coach Mr. Rose up there always gets worried when I say first team to 20. You want to be that first team to 20, but then you got to do something after you get there.
And we have done a great job this year of finishing in tight matches. You're watching the girls play online or watch them here at home. Our girls seem to step up their game a little bit once they do get to 20.
And I'm trying to remember, who was that match against this year that went to 30-28? Wasn't that just recently? They had a really close one. Was that up at Southeast when it was it Halstead? They had a tight one with Halstead. I think Halstead was 25-21, 25-21. It was really close.
That's what it was.
But there was another match they played earlier that was super close. I mean, it went back and forth down the stretch, and they've done a nice job finishing those matches off.
I'm sure Mike can just put that little tidbit scrolling
He'll
across
tell
the
me in a
screen.
heartbeat. Nice up again, served by Vanderweg. Bruggen off the block. Abby Rose on top of that, making the play. 23-19, Smoky Valley on top now. Vanderweg to serve. She sends it deep. Ferrales up. Humphreys, back row attack for Ferrales, and right to the spot, right over the edge. Boulder made a move forward there, allowed Duncan the opportunity. She had a long stretch to get to the line. It was actually a well-placed ball by Ferrales. That cuts it back to 23-20. Ferrales to serve now. Drops it right in front of Chloe Patrick. Hazelwood up to Boldra. Roll shot. Ferrales is going to be tight. And that's right to Abby Rose. Those are plays you love to have. You want that ball just coming right over the top of the net. Rose sees it. She times it, and she puts it down right on the tape.
Brings us to match point. Set point.
Set point. Boulder back to serve to try to seal this first set for the Vikings. Ferrala's up, off the standard, and it drops. That makes twice tonight. We've seen the ball come off that standard on Hesston's side, and both times it drops, and that leads the Vikings to a 25-20 first set victory. Want to share any stats from that first set, Coach McClure?
No, because I don't want people calling in and telling me how poorly I did. But I did have Abby Rose with 6 kills, Hope Duncan and Kat Blanchett with 2 each, and Maddie Toll and Adrian Hazelwood with 1 each. Adrian, of course, has the bulk of our assists with 8, and Abby had 1. And then Abby had 3 blocks, Maddie 2, and Kat 1.
It looks like the leader for Hesston was Becker, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Becker I had with 3 and Bruggen with 2.
Yeah, I thought those two were the salt for them. I thought they brought the most to the table hitting-wise. I thought Ferrales was phenomenal in the back row playing balls up. It's so tough to get some of those stats all the time for Diggs when it's just you and I here, but she did a phenomenal job, I thought, in the back row. And she had a lot of spikes from the Vikings, a lot of kill shots there that she was able to keep off the floor.
Yeah, you had mentioned her in the pregame that Coach Peters had said she was someone who had played every position and a valuable player for them, and she showed it on the back row tonight.
You know, Coach Peters does a great job sending me information. On Thursday night last week when they played Southeast of Saline, their team set a school record with 100 digs in that 3-set match, and Ferrales set the school record. She had 40 digs in that match by herself alone. So 40 out of the 100 were by Ferrales. You know, you like to put a player at libero that you want to put them in that position where they can get most of those attacks, most of those plays. And that's why you have them there. They're such great passers. So we get ready for this second set here tonight. Vikings on top here in the first one, 25-20.
It's still weird to me that we don't switch sides.
Yeah, that's been kind of different after all those years that I coached as well. I expected it last year, and I didn't know they were going to continue it this year, and it's been different to not get up, move everybody over, and, I was going to say something about that. Vikings obviously choose this side every time, but we've got the volleyball standards up here on the left-hand side. That's one of the reasons they choose that side. I know it's closest to our locker rooms, too, but you always have to understand your gym, and everybody else does the same thing, whether it's sunlight, a goal, whatever it might be.
Where the student section is.
Yeah, and a nice student section tonight. I'm sure Coach Mr. Rose will zoom in over there on that group, but we've got a number of people over there in the student section getting after it. Okay, and we love to have that. Love to see those things back in the realm. Opening serve there is going to be an ace right in front of Rose. Nice serve there by Katie Keeker. Keeker back here for another serve. They now lead 1-0. And that serve goes into the net, so it's going to be 1-1 now out of the gate. And again, the Vikings jumped on top early in that first set, only to see Hesston kind of jump back on them. Hazelwood back to serve, sends the ball to Becker. Humphreys sends it up, back to Becker, and Becker's going to send it deep. 2-1 Vikings out of the gate. Again, Hazelwood has been a solid server tonight, and you made the comment earlier, she does get the bulk of our assists because we run a 5-1 rotation here, and so she's setting all the way around. Hazelwood to serve. Ferrales, a little shank from Ferrales. We have not seen that much tonight. That might be one of the first that we've seen of that nature here, and she'll bounce back from that here in this very next play. You know they're going to attack her again, go right after that player that just had a rough pass, and Ferrales sends it up. Middle shot this time, and a nice play this time in the middle by Addison Copeland. The lefty makes another appearance here, and she drops one right from the middle to the near side of the floor, and that's back to 3-2. Back to serve for Hesston is Humphreys. And again, this is that rotation where they picked up points earlier. Rose pops it up. Blanchett plays it to Ferrales. It's going to come over. Toll on top and off the forehead of Ferrales. Toll was up on that one. Again, an overpass, and she just ate it up. Just was able to send it down hot right off of that forehead of Ferrales. Not much Ferrales can do on that play. 4-2, Smoky Valley. Nice serve by Duncan. Outside shot here from Becker, and it plays it right into the Viking blockers. That was one of those where Becker was about 8 to 10 feet off the net when she hit that, and the timing was off on the block just a little bit. She plays it into the block and gets the point. Becker to serve, up by Rose. Maddie Toll off the top of the block. Ferrales plays it up. Ball sent outside. Nice block on the edge by the two Vikings, Blanchett and Toll. Back near side to Large, off the block, picked up by Duncan. Hazelwood sends it back to Blanchett, and that'll go off Large and out of bounds, and that's going to be another point for Smoky Valley as they now move up 5-3. Another back and forth set here between Smoky Valley and Hesston. Maddie Toll back to serve. He's going to stand directly in the middle of the floor. Sends it just to the right side. Ferrales plays it up. Ferrales going to be the back row attacker here. Boldra plays it up. Hazelwood to the middle to Rose, and it's going to go off of number 32. That was Bryn Johnston back there. Off of Johnston. It's going to be point Smoky Valley, and that moves the Vikings up by 3, the largest lead of this second set. Toll again to serve. This time brings it to the near side. Johnston plays it up to Humphreys, and the lefty strikes again. Addison Copeland, the junior, 5'11". Again, they're not finding that left hand, and she's doing a nice job bringing it from the middle to the near side. That's her natural swing progression, is to curl that and bring it back here to this side. We can expect that as the Vikings move that block over, she may try to push it to the other side. Ferrales up. Ball played up by Duncan, going to play it tight, and Hazelwood's going to be called as a back row attacker. Not many options there. She had to elevate to try to get that ball, but once she played it over, she became a back row attacker, and that now makes it 6-5. Ferrales to Patrick. Ball's going to be tough to get to, and it's going to hit the antenna. Hazelwood had to go a long ways over there. That's going to lead the Vikings now to an early timeout. So we see a 3-0 run by Hesston to tie this second set up at 6-all. Early start by the Vikings, early quick start here in this first second set. But again, Hesston's able to scratch and claw their way back in, able to tie it back up at 6-all. Again, moving the floor extremely well, mixing up their hitters. I think they've got 2 or 3 different hitters with kills so far, 2 different hitters with kills so far in this second set. Again, we thank you for joining us tonight here on the Smoky Valley Streaming Network. Mike Rose, live.smokeyvalley.org. Remember, if you wanted to watch some JV volleyball, switch over to the JV stream on live.smokeyvalley.org. You can pick that game up as well. Ferrales again to serve, tied up 6-all. Duncan pops it up to Hazelwood to Rose, off the block and down. Again, you go to your strength, and here you've got Rose on her strong side. She has a natural movement to get right there, and she's able to make the play. That puts Smoky Valley back up 7-6. Vanderweg to serve, drops it in short. Johnston picks it up. Ball's going to be played over by Large, blocked by Rose. And number 44, Keeker, sends that one deep. And they do see a touch on that one. There is a touch. It's going to go point to Hesston on that one. One of the line judges on the near side picked up the touch coming off the top, and that's going to make it 7-all. Back to serve again, Kylie Nelson here. Nelson sends the ball from the middle to the far side. Vanderweg up, back row attack from Duncan. She's so good at that, off the top of the block. Outside the ball goes to Bruggen, picked up by Duncan. Quick play by Hazelwood, and all over it was Bruggen, and they're going to call her for a lift. That was a really quick play, but they called Bruggen for the lift. I think her hand was a little bit far back. I don't think she had a cup, just a little bit.
I was screened by the net. I couldn't see, but I'll trust the up ref.
You and I never trust refs. Ball played over, picked up by Ferrales in the back row. She's going to make the attack off Duncan. Ball's going to be played over by Rose. A little down shot there. Going to be sent back out to Bruggen. Bruggen up and down. Oh, off Duncan. Nice hustle play by Corey Patrick. Ball goes over from Duncan. Ferrales up. A quick play by Humphreys, and that's going to be point for... They're going to call the lift on that play, I think. They're going to call a lift on the Vikings on that play, and the point's going to go to Hesston. So again, a little rally back and forth here between both squads. Sends it back to an 8-8 tie. Great rally point that time. Bruggen to serve, sends it deep, and gotta send it too deep. The freshman sends it about 6 inches too long back there. She's had a couple of rough serves here in the early going.
0 for 2.
Abby Rose back again, coming from the near side of the court here, all the way almost off the side of the court. Again, usually works her jump serve from here. And she does, right down the middle for Rallis. That one's a tough play. Becker's gonna roll shot it. Nice up by Boldra. Middle for Maddie Toll. She plays it off a couple of Hesston Swathers. You said it earlier, Mr. McClure. She was able to play that ball right through the middle. She gets on top of it. She drives it home. Abby Rose with another serve. This one into the net. So that, again, the Vikings made it in front there by 2, and all of a sudden we're back to a 1-point game. Back to serve, Keeker. Little drop right over to Rose. Going to be played up by Hazelwood to Duncan. Bruggen picks it up. Becker's going to have to play it. Going to have to be a free ball here as Nelson sends it over. This one's going to be back. Oh, a nice play there. They fake the play to Toll in the middle. Duncan comes off almost in a 3 spot right there. Able to drive the ball into the block and send it out of bounds as it goes right off the hands of Anna Humphreys. 11-9 Vikings. Hazelwood to serve, drops it just across the 10-foot line. Going to be another middle. It's the lefty. This time it is touched by the Vikings. And again, Copeland has been solid in the middle. The lefty, the junior, has had a couple of, actually that's about her 3rd nice play right out of the middle. Okay, where she's driven the ball to the left side. The other 2 were clear. This one off the block. Humphreys back to serve. Tough play there. A little bit of a shank action in the back row that time by Smoky Valley. And that's going to send us back to an 11-11 tie. Again, just kind of drop that one in there. Another serve here. Toll picks it up. Ball's played over a little bit to Kat Blanchett, and it just wasn't quite high enough. Kat's angle was rough. Might have needed to roll shot that one just a little bit there and was unable to do so. And now a 3-0 run by Hesston as they pull into the lead, 12-11. Another serve by Humphreys. Ball played up by Boldra. Back row attack here from Rose, right over the block. Humphreys there. She's going to send it to the outside to Becker. She's got to tip it. It's a little too tight. Nice set there by Rose to Duncan. Ferrales is going to pick it up off the top of the block. Back row attack by Bruggen. Toll at the net, and she's going to get the kill. Great job on the back row attack as Toll was right on top of it. She was able to drop it down. Great effort by Hesston, but not enough, and we're back to 12-all. Duncan back to serve to Ferrales. It'll be a back row, a back set, and Justice Large drives it down. I believe that's Large's 1st or 2nd kill of the night. Okay, she's got 2 on the night. So again, nice play there, and again, mixing up their hitters well, making the Vikings have to be honest about where they want to set their blocks. Becker back to serve. She drives the jump serve to Rose. Hazelwood's going to send it back to Toll, and Toll off the side of the block, right off of Bruggen and out of bounds, and we're back to knotted at 13. Becker's going to come out in the back row now. Johnston comes in for her, defensive specialist. Again, we mentioned her earlier. She has a number of digs this year, 102 of them coming into the night. Served by Toll. Nice up by Johnston on cue. This time they're all over Copeland. Nice double block there by Rose and by Boldra. She wanted to try to go to that same left side. They played her a little bit more to the near side, forced her to try to have to hit through them, and the Vikings get another point, move ahead 14-13. Toll right down the middle of Ferrales. Set to the outside to Bruggen. Bruggen off the block. Again, it's Abby Rose with the ace block with the assistance from Kat Blanchett, who had the line covered, and the Vikings now move out on a 3-0 run. Toll again to serve. Sends this one over to Bruggen. To Humphreys. Humphreys going to set up Ferrales in the back row. Roll shot. Ball's going to be played overpass, but it plays out well for the Vikings. Duncan sent it over. Copeland tried to attack that, and instead, Viking point, and that's going to be a 4-0 run, which leads to another Hesston timeout.
I don't know how many times since Hallie was little watching that play, and 90% of the time the girl hits it into the net because they're so amped up to attack it, and they don't get the right angle or the right lift and hit it into the net.
I don't know why I ever called it, but I used to call it a big matzo ball right there. It just seems like it gets larger and larger the more it comes toward the net, and you swear you're just going to be able to just waylay it, and all of a sudden it just creeps over the net an extra couple inches. You try to swing at it, and it goes right into the net.
Kind of like every time I try to hit a kill shot in tennis when I'm playing Chandra.
Pretty sure Chandra McClure probably has the win-loss record there better than you. I bet she's all over you in tennis. Okay? But, yeah, Vikings, great run here. Again, it's been a game of, both sets have been run sets. Again, it's that consistency that's important, and once you can get that run, especially late in a match, and this is probably the midsection, 16-13 now, Vikings on top.
This set so far has been, or this run has been mastered by Abby Rose at the net, blocking.
Large tries to hit it, she hits into the net, but you're right, Abby Rose has been all over that net. And when you get that opportunity to be there, you force the other team to try to hit around you, to try to hit over you. It changes the balance of what you try to do. Toll again, back to serve. Sends it to the far side to Bruggen. Humphreys here, got a quick shot at. Boulder plays it up. She's going to get the chance for the attack. A little roll right over the top of the Hesston defense. Little indecisiveness as the Vikings have brought such heat on the last 4 or 5 shots. And this one just a little roll shot by Boulder that sneaks down in front of everybody. 6-0 run right now for the Vikings. Toll serves again. This one to Copeland. Sent to the back row that time by the attack from Ferrales. Quick over by Hazelwood as the ball was tight. Funk sends it over. She's just now into the match. And Rose drives it around the double block. Weight number 5, Kiera Funk there in the front row. Addison Copeland, neither one could pick it up. And another kill shot by Abby Rose. 7-0 run. We were knotted at 13. As a matter of fact, Hesston was even up 13-12 as the Vikings came at them and picked up this nice run.
Yeah, we're really in, as Mike Rose would say, we're in system. We're in a flow. The girls are feeling pretty good, so we need to come out of this timeout and play with that same enthusiasm, same effort, finish it off.
You made that comment in the first set that we just didn't seem like we were in rhythm and flow system, as Coach Rose goes, I always saw him call him Coach Rose. He does most of this stuff, tells me what to do all the time. So, but you're exactly right. When you're in system, I haven't seen a drop ball on the Viking side in quite a while. Toll serves again. Outside, there's Bruggen. She gets on top of that one. That was one of those where you're absolutely in system. The pass was perfect. The set was on. Bruggen had a great chance of getting off the net. She was a good 3 to 4 steps behind the 10-foot line when she started her transition, and she was all over that down the line. Kill from Bruggen. Chloe Patrick plays this one up. Hazelwood's going to send it outside to Rose, and she retaliates. Rose with a nice comeback here, silencing an opportunity for Hesston to get a roll going. She sends one right back down the line, and that puts the Vikings back up by 6. Avery Vanderweg to serve, sends it back to Johnston. Humphreys sends it outside to Bruggen, off net this time. Nice save at the net by Rose. Back row attack from Duncan, played up in the back row by Ferrales. She's also going to get the chance for the kill, and she drops it right in front of the Viking hitters. That back row attack sometimes is a difficult one to get your blockers up on because the timing is so off. Nobody from the Vikings even got up on that block that time, and the back row just couldn't quite pick the ball up fast enough.
A little off speed.
Yeah. Back to serve is Nelson. She sends it over to Vanderweg. Nice up. Going to be a chance for Rose. Roll shot right in the middle. Played up beautifully by Hesston. Ferrales from the back row. Duncan plays it up. And a quick one by Hazelwood. She's going to drop it in. Ball hit the floor just a little bit before Johnston was able to get a pancake underneath it. Couldn't quite get it played up. And that'll move Smoky Valley in front 21-15. Hagen to serve here for the Vikings in the back row. She puts it right down the middle of Ferrales. Humphrey sends it outside. Bruggen again, a nice transition. Blocked by the Vikings. Ball rolls over the net. Duncan's going to have a chance to play it here off of Rose's assist, and it is a kill. Rose ends up picking up that, Duncan picks up the little roll. Rose had to play it right back to Duncan, who didn't get any transition at all, and a nice kill by Hope Duncan. Vikings up by 7. Again, served by Haig. Ferralis plays it up. Humphreys over to Bruggen. Bruggen, another drive. The freshman, she's got some heat over there, and she brought it on that play right off of Chloe Patrick on the side. And that's going to be, again, a silencer here from Hesston. 22-16, Vikings on top. Bruggen back to serve. She's had a couple misses today. She puts this one in. Haig plays it up. Hazelwood back to Rose, and she plays it right in front of Bruggen. Again, when she's in rhythm, hard to stop. 23-16, Vikings pull out on top here. Rose back to serve again. We expect to see the jump serve here coming from the near side. And she's going to try to drop it into Ferralis. Humphreys going to send it out to Becker. Haven't heard from her in a while, and we now do. Becker back in the front row again, and she sends that one off the double block on the outside there from Toll. Couldn't tell who else was on the double block. Was that Hazelwood over there? I think it was.
Probably.
Sends it right off the block out of bounds. Serve here by Keeker. Vanderweg up, Toll in the middle, and another kill shot from Toll as she sends it from the middle to the near side, and the Vikings now up 24-17, and now you can say
match point.
Match point. Crowd getting into it over there. The student section riled up here. Adrian Hazelwood serves. Nice short serve there, picked up by Copeland. Becker gonna try to attack it. Hazelwood has to play it, so setter's out. Outside here to Duncan, roll, and it's gonna be a little long. Nice save by Hesston. It was a great position serve by Hazelwood. She sent it right to the 4 spot over there. Tough spot to pick up just over the net, and Hesston was able to scramble and make that play. 24-18. Humphreys to serve. Tight play there. Hazelwood's gonna save it. Kat Blanchett gets it over. Outside here, Becker gonna have to adjust her timing, and she plays it into the net. And that's 25-18. The Vikings are victorious. That moves the Vikings to 27-3 on the season. It also gives the 100th win to Coach Ramsey. Congratulations to her and her staff. We'll send it over to the stage mic here, and they're going to talk a little bit about that as well and recognize that accomplishment. Two minutes. We'll continue that. We should be able to cover some stats here in a little bit. Just some overall reflections on the match here real quick. Chris. Couldn't say that real well.
Kind of like you would expect from Hesston Smoky Valley currently. They played hard. Hesston's got a good squad. That freshman that transferred from Inman that really played well. She's going to be a force to deal with the next 3 years. You always love when you get a good, solid girl to transfer in, and especially when she's a freshman.
Congratulations, Coach Charlene Ramsey and the Smoky Valley Viking volleyball team.
extremely successful. And again, great to see some alums back on the court as well, some players that played for Coach Ramsey as well, coming back tonight to celebrate that 100th win. So again, they get 99 and 100 here tonight together. They move to 27-3 on the year, a chance to pass over that 30-win mark here this weekend. Let's talk some stats.
Very unofficially, in the second set, I had Hazelwood with 1 kill, Blanchett with a kill, Boldra a kill, Hope Duncan with 2, Maddie Toll with 4, and Abby Rose with 5. And then Hazelwood, of course, led us with 10 assists, and Abby Rose had 2 on blocks. I had Blanchett with 1, Toll with 2, and Rose with 4. Again, all very unofficial.
For Hesston?
For Hesston, they were led by Copeland with 3, Becker with 2, Brugan with 2, and then Large and Ferrales 1 each.
And again, a quality Hesston program. I made the comment earlier when we started, the number of them are pretty young players. They started 1 senior, 4 juniors, and a freshman out there. And then, of course, I believe their libero is also a senior as well, Ferrales. She had a great night tonight. We didn't get official dig numbers. They're way too difficult to get from our standpoint. But she was all over the place, picking up a lot of those plays and doing a great job for them. But again, Vikings are able to use that momentum of a 7-0 run there at the midway point. Again, they were trailing 13-12, end up pushing that lead to 19-13. And then for the most part, the last part of that match was just back and forth.
Yeah, and if you're in the lead by 5 or 6 points, you don't mind alternating points.
And you can really be in attack mode. You can do some different things with your serves. You're not quite as tight. You can make better plays and be more aggressive on your plays when you're in that position as well.
Yeah, like I said, there in the middle part, Abby really took over at the net. A couple of key blocks, a couple of good kills. That's what you want from your all-state player.
So again, Vikings move to 27-3 on the season. Hesston drops to 17-12 on the season. Okay, and again, they will be in the same sub-state together, if I'm not mistaken. So there is a possibility they could see each other again. So we have no idea how that's going to play out exactly when we get to that point. We'll see once we get to the course of the weekend and everything else. We want to thank Mike Rose again tonight for all of his efforts here on the streaming network and all the things that he does. We had about 45 to 50 different devices watching us throughout the night tonight. So we're glad you were able to join us, whether you're from Smoky Valley or supporting Hesston or wherever you were joining us from tonight. Okay, but again, we'll have high school football on Friday. We'll be streaming live, or actually we'll be live on the radio on Friday. You'll be able to pick up that game on the SVHS network. So you will have to have a subscription if you want to watch the streaming version of that game from southeast of Saline. But we will have that contest on Friday. Then, of course, we'll have our senior night next Friday for our the rest of our winter sports, including fall sports.
You already in the basketball season?
My fault. The rest of our fall sports, and that would include, correct me if I'm wrong, that would include tennis, cross country, cheer, wildfires, and football. Did I leave something out? Cross country. Cross country as well.
And these volleyball girls will be recognized again.
And so that's a nice opportunity for them to get recognized in front of some other people as well, which is always nice, and have a chance to really recognize all of our programs in one night together. So on behalf of the Smoky Valley Streaming Network, Mike Rose, Chris McClure, any finishing thoughts?
Keep it rolling, Vikes.
We'd like to thank you on behalf of, like I said, all those people, and Doug Schneider, myself. We'll see you guys next time.
All right, thanks everybody for tuning in. I'm going to go ahead and shut down the stream here as people are starting to dwindle. I need to pack things up so I can get the game film uploaded and get it statted out. So we will see you again on Saturday. I plan to stream from Abilene, and assuming the network connection is good, we'll be able to stream from there, and I'll be yelling into the iPad. So we'll talk to you all then. Have a great week, everyone.